Yep, that's me. Not knowing that I'm about to blow up my engine. During the launch control, I heard a strange sound, so I immediately turned off the engine and restarted it. This is how it sounded.
Yeah guys, it's my first day back at work after the vacation, and something went catastrophically wrong, guys. You just saw the footage. We actually wanted to record the first test drive video for you today with the Honda because it was just tuned, and that's probably not going to happen because there's a huge knocking sound or something coming from it.
So, we want to let you hear that because, as you know, Sneaky Tuner tuned it, and the Honda runs phenomenally. 400 horsepower, if I'm not mistaken. We're eventually going to tune it further to see what's actually possible, so towards 600, but as you know, we had issues with boost creep, and our outlet is too narrow. So those are adjustments that still need to be made. Anyway, I drove up here, as you just saw on camera, and I did launch control a couple of times because Daniel hadn't heard it yet. Then something went wrong.
It just sounds so different from when it had the KMS system. It just sounds healthy.
It's hard to explain. You have to experience it yourself to truly understand.
Exactly. And now, yeah, I think we've talked enough, and yeah, we're just gonna start it up because this is really so sad. We still don't know where it's coming from. It could be a huge problem in the engine, bearings, I don't know, maybe a bent valve. I'm not sure, but can you open the hood? That way I can let you hear it better. It really doesn't sound good. Okay, we'll bring it inside and then we'll take a look from there. Wow, this thing is ticking, guys, like a time bomb, but it's ticking in a different way than you're used to with valves. It's actually ticking towards the exhaust. So, that's really weird. Listen to this. Let us know in the comments if you know what it is and where it's from. It's a mystery to us, but we'll bring it inside and keep searching for the source. Oh, that's really sad. We already had our first appointment set to do something cool with that car. It might not happen. I hope we can solve this today. Yeah, it's running. It's not stalling. Oh my god, this sounds so sad. It's unbelievable. He's never sounded like this before. One thing is certain, launch control isn't very good for your car if you do it too many times in a row.
We were just so bummed because we'd been having such a great day up until now. I just wanted him to hear the launch control. And immediately the sound came from the engine.
No idea. Yeah.
To make a diagnosis, we're now going to take off the serpentine belt and step by step we're going to rule things out. Because it's obviously not the tune. He even said it's not good for your engine. I don't know if this is a lesson for us that we should just never do it again. Or at least use launch control at low RPM. But anyway, to get clarity about the problem, we're just going to rule things out step by step. By the way, I sent Andy a message with that sound. Yo Andy, our engine is done after we did launch control. So I said, I think the crank is sitting on the connecting rod bearings. Andy says, oh damn. He had never heard a sound like that before. He says, at least it doesn't sound like bearings in the engine block, but more like something with the timing. I told him, yeah, then I'll check the timing. So yeah, he thought that was a good idea. But yeah, I'll do it.
A new timing chain was installed, so we installed an original chain, so that's definitely new.
Yes, all new original. Of course, we've all heard horror stories from other Honda enthusiasts who also use launch control, that the valve dropped down. That's why the whole engine got ruined. Because yeah, if a valve drops down like that, the whole cylinder wall, cylinders, everything gets destroyed. I hope ours isn't damaged that badly, but then the engine would have run differently too. So the little bit of hope we still have is that the timing has slipped. Or something else that we can hopefully fix. We'll try to sort it out soon. But that Honda has never run as beautifully as it does now. I'm so grateful. Andy, thanks so much. That's exactly the sound I mean, right? When someone messes with you. The serpentine belt is off, as you saw. We'll start the engine and check the sound. Nobody's happy about this. So, next step. Loosen the valve cover, set the engine to the correct timing, check if all the marks line up, and see if the timing is correct. After that, we'll move on to something else.
This is just the racing world.
It could be that the other part just goes into the exhaust. Somewhere. The powder could be moving around somewhere. Because it also sounds with the RPM, so the higher the revs it makes.
If you tap the exhaust, you should hear it rattle if something's inside. There's nothing in that exhaust.
Check the timing, yeah. If the timing is right, we'll reassemble it, put the cover on, and go from there. Okay. No broken camshafts so far, that's a relief. 400 horsepower. 400 pk. And he also said to me, what are you actually asking of an engine like this? You want to go to 600 horsepower, so you're basically tripling the normal power of such an engine. And now you have 400 horsepower, you've doubled it. You should really be happy with that.
Nice, man.
Yeah, but that's really how it was. Very tight, yeah? That's a good sign. We've timed the engine correctly. And all the marks are pointing to the right place. The crankshaft is also aligned correctly with the camshaft. Of course, we're going to keep looking to see what else could be wrong. We've also taken out the spark plugs, because they often tell you something about what the inside of the engine looks like or how it's running. There's no difference between the spark plugs, which is good news. Nothing is broken. We'll turn it over now using the starter motor without compression. Go ahead. You can even hear it like this, right? Yeah? Yeah. Do you hear it? Yeah, it's like there's something in the oil pan that's making that ticking sound on something. It's like a flywheel bolt has come loose and with every rotation it's hitting something or something like that. That's what it sounds like.
How does that happen with launch control?
Well, Danny is going to play doctor for a bit. He's going to take a look inside the cylinder to see what it looks like. There's a bit of dust on the piston. Yeah, that's good. That's sharp. After checking all the cylinders and finding nothing, we decided to lift the car. We lifted the car for a moment. The next plan is as follows. Take off the oil pan. And maybe we'll see something strange once we've taken off the oil pan. Here we go. All the bolts are loose. We're about to find out. What are we going to see? Are we going to see something shocking or will it not be too bad? Well guys, we did find something. With those lights on, you can't see it at all. But look, it's a little iron fragment. It's not copper, but I found it at the bottom of the oil pan. And I see several small pieces here. In the oil pan? This is damage, but other than that, nothing really crazy, except for that one little piece.
And everything is under so much tension.
I don't get it. What do you mean?
And the timing?
The oil.
I don't know.
That's how it should be. It needs a lot of tension. Now we'll remove this. And if all goes well, we'll see the connecting rods. And maybe we'll get more information from there. I also held a little magnet up to the fragment. And it turns out to be aluminum. In the past, we once had the engine fall. And then the valve cover broke. And that's when we found that piece in the engine block. I think maybe that piece belongs to that.
Just old damage, that's what I think. Our oil filter, on the other hand, just looks really great. I'm leaning a bit towards a bent valve or something. I don't know. But let me know in the comments if you think you can get a bent valve from launch control without your timing being off. I don't know.
This all just looks perfectly fine. We checked the connecting rod bearings. They all have about the same amount of play. So there's no difference there either. And the timing is correct too. And it really sounded like that noise was coming from the bottom of the engine. Maybe I'll lower the car now and crank it over once more in start mode. Is that possible?
Without oil like this? Yes.
I mean, it's running at a few hundred RPM, but at least we can hear a bit more from it. But this looks good anyway.
Then it just spins in our mouth. No chain tensioners, no chain guides in your oil pan, you know, which makes you think maybe it's out of time. But yeah, it's just properly timed.
Would you guys start it for me? I can't really hear it as much now as I did before, so now I'm not sure at all.
All work, no pleasure. I ain't here to make friends, big stepper. Hey, bad guy, Heath Ledger. Ready for wherever, I'll be front and center. Don't fly too close to the sun, your body chopped up by propellers. Came in arrogant, but left out in a stretcher. Fuck the comparison, y'all know y'all couldn't replicate it.